Alright, this is gonna be Holy Chuckster's Zarya review. Just for you, Chuck. I'm gonna record this and send it to you. I'm gonna point out anything that I see you do or do wrong. What you could have done there is that you could have Zarya jumped with your L2 to get faster. And you don't always have to follow your Ryan, you can do your own thing. You don't have to be right by his side, but just make sure that he's just not dying. Look, I'm sometimes in front of my Ryan, but it's perfectly fine what you're doing there. Right here, you need to be building ult charge with your L2. And trying to get as much hits as possible to build your ult. Also, you need to be shooting shields a lot more on Ryan to break shield. Oh, you could have killed that Brig. I don't know why you backed off. Oh, your Lucio's for sure dead. Or somehow alive. You need a bubble to get out of here. Oh, you're getting body blocked. No. Yeah, you probably could have got out of there sooner. Your team probably could have decided on that. Yet again, you can still Zarya jump L2 plus jump on ground. Especially if you don't have Lucio speed boost, it's much faster than just standing and waiting. Right now what I'd be doing is I'd be at choke trying to get some ult charge and maybe get some actual charge with primary bubble or personal bubble. As soon as he goes in and peeks, you bubble him. You want to make sure he's taking damage first so you get as much charge as possible. Also look for Ash bombs too to bubble on your Reinhardt. And mainly bubble your Reinhardt, but you can also bubble supports if they're getting dived.
A temporary setback.
Don't worry, my friend. I have your shield.
Alright, so they have control of high ground. Your DPS should be running some sort of dive against that. This Ryan should die here. Should not live. Okay, that's good. You guys can go in after that. Yeah, beat and you have resources. Okay, so going in doesn't mean throwing your life away, even though they did use Bob. But don't be afraid to go for squishies. Squishies are definitely good in those sort of situations where you can't get enough damage, or just go for shield break. Because sometimes they have too much heals on them that you have to go for shield break or some other alternative. You probably could have personal bubbled that fire strike, which you should do. It's worth the charge. Or you can just personal bubble the junk mines. Also, you always want to personal bubble first before bubbling your Reinhardt. Never ever personal bubble your Reinhardt first. I only say that because then you're already going to have charge built up. But yeah, that was just poor communication by the team there, I can notice, and you didn't switch off DPS to counter the high ground. And you probably could have ran Pharah there, or some other type of dive character. Alright, here. This is a very good hog map, but I don't think you can... I don't know how good your hog is, so... Brian Zarya is also fine here too. But yeah, your job on Zarya is to build as much charge as you can and build grav as fast as you can, and also break shields, build grav, and pretty much apply damage for your team. You're like a third DPS. Yet again, you could still be Zarya jumping here to get quicker to the choke. You always want to be in front of your Reinhardt for personal bubble. As soon as you see them, you don't want to be behind because then you're not going to get any charge because he's just going to shield you away from it. But that was a good personal bubble against the hook. Okay, you shouldn't be standing still trying to shoot that turret. You need to be moving around. Don't use L2 to break in more. It's just it's way faster to use your primary fire. Also, coordinate walls with your mate, and when a hog's frozen, just keep on primary firing them. It's much more consecutive damage. With the Rista shield, you're not gonna want to L2 because you're not gonna get any L charge off of it. You're gonna want a primary fire, and then you can L2 supports, finish shot damage, or just primary fire them. But if you had potentially better tracking, you probably could have killed that Baptiste there without using L2s. You probably could have primary fired him. In some situations, primary fire is better. But right here, you should just back up and wait it out, and do any peak L2s to build all charge. But yeah, you're like really glued to your Reinhardt right now, which isn't bad, but like still. You could be, what you could be doing is going on the flank grab or something. Right now, you could grab right here, and you did grab, but a little bit late. But yeah, don't be afraid to grab, because all you're trying to do is get a good effective grab with your team there, and even if it doesn't kill anything with your team there, it still was a good grab because you built all charge off of it. So don't be afraid to grab. But also make sure you grab after shields are broken. Or either shields are broken or low is when you're gonna want to grab. Right here, I would say you would probably switch off the Ryan Zarya because you're not gonna get much value, but you could still run it if you're coordinated well enough. But that all depends on your tank duo, so. Honestly, if you went shield break here, like Hog is really good shield break. Any type of shield break DPS would work well. May's fine, Reaper's fine. Supports are fine. You could run Baptiste though, that's like the only thing, because I do have a lot of sustain on their team. So Baptiste would work really well. You need to break Immortality first, that was good. It's good bubble on your Ryan. Yeah, just make sure you primary fire those supports. You can for sure kill that Mora. She's killable. Yep. Now you can back up. But yeah, your tracking's not bad. It's just like you gotta work on your bubble management. Like right there, you could have primary bubbled that rock for your own charge instead of wasting secondary bubble on your own. Definitely work on your bubble management and positioning. Because you don't be afraid to go in front of your Reinhardt because you do have personal bubble to get you out. But if they have a Mei wall, you're definitely going to play more defensively. That was a very early bubble. That's not going to save your Reinhardt from damage. You need to bubble when he's, as soon as he's in the air and about to drop down, that's when you bubble him. But yet again, you could have just played that better in general. But you do have grab coming up next fight, and that's your win condition right there. You have 3 outs coming up, that's your win condition for next fight. You need to grab and either get a shatter after grab if grab does nothing, and then grab cool. You just want to grab cool. But you gotta build grab quickly, so you want to be going around shields here. Good block. Good shatter. Okay, that's winnable. You can break turret here, yeah. And you can just play poke wall and destroy more. Actually, you can go in front of it. Good grab. This L2 shoot, L2 shoot. Good job. Really good, really good. But yeah, your play is definitely improving from when I last saw it. But just break shield here, break shield here. Also, another thing is that you can L2 melee if you want to do a lot of sustained damage on a tank. You have to get in their face though and behind their shields to do or you could just L2 melee at the ground. It does a lot of burst damage if you're trying to burst someone down, especially in a grab. That's what I do if you're like one of the only people there and there's not enough damage. But if you're trying to secure a kill, primary fire is your best bet. But if you're trying to burst a lot of people down, L2 melee is definitely where you want to go. Especially if you're like 1v3ing Zarya grab and they're all squishies, you're gonna want to L2 melee. it's gonna be way too slow to even try to primary fire. Ooh, I could just see Orisa. I'm not really a main tank player, but I do know some about Orisa. So the thing that you want to do with Orisa, you only want half of your shield showing at most times, but it is fine to show whole shield if you have double shield Ryan. Oh wait, you have ball. Okay, that's fine. What you're gonna want to do is just set up on point. Okay, perfect spot. But you're not gonna want to pull right off the way. You're gonna want to coordinate pulls with your ball, so it gets the most effect. McCree can die there. McCree for sure can die. Yeah, that's a good pick. Why did we use gold there? There's no reason to. Only use gold if you're getting really bursted down, or to stop a shatter, or to stop a pin.
Let's get you healed up.
But yeah, use gold if you're trying to resist damage, and you're using gold for that. You're gonna want to use it when you're the only one getting bursted. You don't want to use it just to push in, because there's really no need for you. Like right here is a perfect positioning, because you can just pull far barrage, pull far rocket, and you can pretty much just break shields with Ursa. But yeah, your DPS or your off tank is oh wait, your off tank's dead. One of your DPS has to for sure look for that McCree, and you probably should have called that out. I didn't know, because I can't hear comms. Zarya can die here. You don't be afraid to shoot Zarya bubble if she can die. Keep on breaking shield here. And then next fight, you're for sure gonna want to start her off with the Orisa Bongo.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Fuck, shit, fuck, shit.
Incoming.
Yeah. Probably could have used Bongo a lot earlier, but it's still alright. Always initiate with Bongo, don't like react with Bongo. I mean, reacting with Bongo is fine, but like it's better if you like initiate with Bongo. Because if you react with Bongo, you're most likely going to lose the fight, because especially if someone's already dead. You don't want to use Bongo when someone's already dead on your team. You want to use Bongo to initiate fight or to secure a kill. And then go after the other people that are still alive after you kill that one person. You don't need to be playing this aggressive, especially against a Mei. You're already so low, and if they were higher SR, they would have pushed you. This is so risky. He has bubble and flash. You can E out of that, or yeah, good job. You want to play defensively here, and if you get a pick is when you're gonna push in. You're not the one trying to get picks unless a pick presents itself, like a McCree out of position. You can pull him into your team. But yeah, your job is just play around corners and pull them together for your team to secure the kill. And break shields. And build ult for Bongo. Like right here, it's so risky. You can die so quickly because I have McCree, Zarya, and Ryan all together. After this lamp goes down, you can definitely push in. Yeah, now you can push in. Good reinforce, but your team did get affected by it because you're a little bit far back. But that Ryan can die if they wall him off. Right now, I'd be pushing in. I wouldn't be scared. You already got the pick advantage. You just go put full force. You can Bongo this. It's last fight. Good job. You probably could have Bongoed a little bit later after you capped, but it's still alright. Good pick. Make sure you're calling out ball is your first priority. Yeah, that's just unlucky. Okay, now May needs to die. May no ice block. Yeah, winnable. Okay, now Ball has to die. Ball for sure. Ball, then Tracer. Make sure you're mainly shooting at Ball and pulling him. You want to pull him out of his momentum. That's your job there. Mora, you just want to pull her. You want to pull Lucio off of wall routing, and you're gonna pull Mora after she fades. And for Ryan, you just want to pretty much get in his face. You don't want to be backing up. You're not gonna get any value with that. With Doom, you just want to use gold just to not get uppercutted. You guys for sure can win this, and if you don't win this, that's unfortunate. It's just a Tracer. Oof. Good job, guys. Alright, that was my coaching session for you. Hope you learned something, and I hope I did a good job.